my goodness, did you hear that Tempe was rated the #2 spot in America by Money Magazine? Let's break it down right after this. Don't go anywhere because I cannot wait to share the good, the bad, and there's some ugly. Don't go anywhere. Here we go. Oh my God, so exciting. Really? I mean, out of the entire country, and Tempe came in #2. So I found this very interesting. On Money Magazine, they stated if you're coming from a big area like San Francisco or New York City, this might be a great alternative for you. And I would agree when you're comparing to those large metropolitan areas. So if you're looking for something a little urban, suburban, but you still have the big city feel, and you're looking for a lower cost of living compared to New York and San Francisco, Tempe is definitely a place you're going to check out. I am telling you, you want to talk about a chill, just laid back environment, that is going to be Tempe, Arizona. First of all, let's figure out where it's located. Right smack dab in the middle of the greater Phoenix area. When you think of living near the airport, I'll be honest with you, nobody really thinks about living in the downtown Phoenix area because our downtown Phoenix vibe isn't the same as you would have like in New York or San Francisco. But Tempe kind of has that feel. Not only can you live right by the airport, and it does fly directly over the city of Tempe, but we also have light rail. And I'll tell you, the light rail doesn't go to and from very many places, but it does go from the airport to Tempe and Tempe to the airport. So there's a big plus. Right outside of the airport, you're going to find the massive amounts of all of our freeway systems coming together right in or around Tempe. So from Tempe, you can go north, south, east, west, even a couple of different ways to go north and maybe northwest or southeast from Tempe. So you will be close proximity to everything. In fact, I would say if you are in any kind of remote sales or you need to get around to different parts of the valley, you couldn't pick a more central place and an easier place to get in and out of. And it's actually not completely like stuck in the middle of traffic. It's not going to be anything like New York and San Francisco. I also love the views in the Tempe downtown area. And what do I mean by this? We have a mountain, which it's literally a mountain that has the letter A on it. And then it's also right on the other side of the river. Oh, did I say river? I really meant Tempe Town Lake. It actually is part of the Salt River, but because it's part of a reservoir in Tempe, it's actually Tempe Town Lake. Anyways, just on the other side of the lake is Papago Park. So if you are looking for hiking or how about on your lunch break? My graphics designer, I owed her a lunch. And so I said, you know what? How about if I grab some salads to go and we'll hike up to a mountain and we'll eat lunch at the top. Yep, I really did that. So it just kind of has that very flexible lifestyle, and it has proximity to everything. If you need shopping, you can have great local little shops. You can also head straight up north on 101 to Scottsdale. You're only 10 minutes maybe from Fashion Square. You can also just head directly east of you in Tempe, and there's a mega shopping area called Tempe Marketplace. I'm talking about all kinds of outdoor fun. They have splash pads for kids. They have live music on the weekends. They have a Dave and Buster's. It's so much fun. You want to talk about adult arcades with some alcohol? It's a lot of fun. But they also have amazing cinemas there and shopping and restaurants. So if you're not in the downtown Tempe area, you still have proximity to all these things. Not to mention, if you go a little further southeast, you also have access to downtown Gilbert, about 15 minutes away, and downtown Chandler, about 10 minutes away. I'm telling you, 10 minutes is pretty much as far as you're going to need to drive to get anywhere if you live in the city of Tempe. You want to talk about knowing how to throw a party? I'm telling you, Tempe Town Lake does not disappoint. They have a whole concert venue that's right over here, right on the water. And I am telling you, some of the most amazing concerts. And of course, these are outdoor concerts. And our concert seasons are right about September, October timeframe. Oktoberfest. Oh my God, it's ginormous in Tempe. In fact, if you fall, you'll kind of get lost. Like literally thousands of people there, I'm telling you. They have some kind of a fat tire entire event going on at the same time. They look for all kinds of reasons to have a party. They have Christmas, they have concerts, they have an Aloha festival, they have, oh my gosh, the Tempe Art and Wine Festival is one of the biggest. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of people over a weekend period of time. We're talking some of the most amazing art. If you are talking about athletic kind of things, outdoor activities, you're talking bicycle riding, you're talking scooters, not that that's really exercise, but if you are also talking about the Pat Tillman race or other races are in downtown Tempe, we're talking a super healthy lifestyle. We're talking all kinds of organic type of restaurants as well as shopping. We have Whole Foods, we have Sprouts, we have Trader Joe's, we have Nature's Grocers. I'm telling you, if you want farmers markets, there's tons of stuff in the immediate area. You just have to kind of know where to navigate within Tempe. Are all of the areas equally amazing? Oh no. No. There is some parts of Tempe that I have to tell you, I'm a little scared to go at in the evening. So you definitely need to do your research on the crime rate in the different areas. Now let's talk a little bit about what else is driving people moving to Tempe. Tempe is actually one of our main employment hubs in the entire greater Phoenix area. Hundreds of thousands of jobs, huge commuter shed, literally. We're talking jobs in the finance industry, we're talking insurance, we're talking healthcare. Did I already say technology? We're saying also finance, and I am telling you everything in between. When I think of the young professionals that are moving here, especially from the big city, I'm telling you, Tempe is going to be your vibe. As much as people kind of gravitate towards Scottsdale, that's really touristy. Tempe is kind of more chill, down to earth, and just super, super friendly. Now, as far as again, amenities in the areas, we're talking great healthcare, lots of jobs. We are also talking great freeway access, tons of shopping, tons of restaurants, tons of live music. Aside from ASU, the schools for families, not so good. If you go on greatschools.org, you can search in Tempe, and I have to tell you, we're not going to see very many high-rated schools. One of the great things about Arizona is we have Arizona school choice. That means the parents have choices of where to send their children to. So I will say that there is parts of the Tempe Unified High School District that have some fantastic high schools. It's just the elementary and the middle school that you might need to look at some of the charter schools or the private schools or the Montessori schools, and you can move that tax dollar from your school district to wherever your child goes. I would definitely, if you are moving here with a family, definitely look into the school programs that they offer in the entire Southeast Valley. And if you have a child that's in an IEP program or they need some special classes, give us a call. We'll give you some recommendations on some nonprofit organizations that can help place you and your children into the perfect school based on your child's needs. Tempe, as kind of a city as a whole, just doesn't rate very high in the schools. Now, here's one of the things, though, I'll tell you, Tempe has that no other city has in the entire greater Phoenix area, and that is public transportation. I am going to give them, all right, maybe not a 10 out of a 10, but for Phoenix, it's a 10 out of 10. But if you're used to, again, not having a car and coming from San Francisco or New York, you're going to fit right in Tempe. Not only do we have the Valley Metro light rail, that is kind of like our subway, if you would, and that will take you, but it is above ground. It will take you from actually parts of Mesa through Tempe all the way to downtown Phoenix. Yay! They also have free buses in the city of Tempe, in and around the downtown area. And also the Tempe streetcar in 2023 is free, because that's a new idea that's kind of the in between a city bus and the light rail. And it's actually kind of fun. I brought my dog on it one time. They were super, super nice. And I'll tell you, I love the culture that is in Tempe, all the different types of, obviously, programs as a result of the college. So you're going to find all kinds of amazing culture and active arts and different kinds of art design all over the campus. Now, here's the other negative of the campus area. So there is a super party town right on the edge of ASU. ASU, we have 3 colleges here in the state of Arizona, and the Sun Devils are right smack dab in the middle of the greater Phoenix area. I'll be honest with you, it's super cool. In the 90s, it was rated one of the biggest party schools. And downtown Tempe Tempe, which is called Mill Avenue, because the main road there is Mill Avenue. Mill Avenue was just an extension of the college campus. But let me tell you, today it's all grown up. Yeah, there's a couple of bars that maybe cater to the younger kids. And when I say younger kids, I mean the college kids. But I mean, there's only a couple because they have very strategically, number one, placed a ton of corporate jobs in downtown Tempe, super expensive high-rise living in downtown Tempe, and the restaurants that are down there, they're not going to be $2 and $3 beers, and not many college kids can afford an $8 Guinness. So you see my point? It kind of worked its way out. So they kind of hang out in a different part of Tempe. There are a lot of craft breweries. I love that too. So you'll find them a lot of the craft breweries, or if you're there like at one of the restaurants on Sundays, you'll see them usually with their families though, because I'll tell you, a lot of parents come to town to visit their kids. We all look for reasons to come and keep our eye on our kids, right? That's our money hard at work while the kids are going to college. But for the most part, downtown Tempe is all grown up and it is not a college town anymore. It is truly amazing to live there. And I'll tell you, if you are looking for that housing, if you're looking to buy, there is actually a very, very high renter percentage of people in the Tempe area. But that's also because of the college kids and the young professionals. But to live and work and play as a young adult, this is a great area for an investment because it's always going to be Tempe. It's always going to be landlocked. Most of the homes are older homes, but here's the thing. I get so many people that move here to the greater Phoenix area and they're like, I want bigger yards. I want big trees. I want grass. Well, this is Tempe you're talking about. I don't care if you're talking about a little tiny cute little house that's maybe a 3-bedroom, 2-bath built in the 50s, or if you're talking a home that is maybe a 5-bedroom with a 4-bath and it's on a third of an acre and you have tennis courts and a swimming pool. This part of the greater Phoenix area, if you want land, this is the town to buy a house in. You can do some amazing things. And let me tell you, there are many, many areas in Tempe that do not have HOAs. And rather than go short-term rental, here's what I would do. Go to an ADU. I'm telling you, affordability is becoming a thing here in the greater Phoenix area. And although we know how it is in California and New York, how people are turning a home into home hacking, that's starting to happen here now. So if you're looking from an investment perspective, it's a good area to go into. And to take a single family home, especially if it's a larger one, divide it into two, or maybe into 2 different living quarters, maybe convert a basement if you can find a home in a basement, or add one in the back, a guest house, or you can add square footage and then divide the home. There's a lot of things that you can do in the city of Tempe. So if you guys are thinking of buying a home in the greater Phoenix area and you really like Tempe, you got to give me a call. I'll give you all the good, the bad, the ugly. Speaking of ugly, did I tell you? Lots of homeless in downtown. I knew I had to break it. It's not perfect. Look, every other YouTuber is going to tell you it's amazing and it's all perfect. It's not. There's good, there's bad, and there can be ugly in every single city. And you just have to kind of weigh out the pros and cons. So give me a call. I'll give it to you straight every single time. All you got to do is pick up that phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.